Good morning, guys. JT here, and here are my takeaways from today's UWM Sales Huddle. And guys, the intention behind this is that you find one or two things of value, just like I find the entire hour of value, above and beyond anything else, that you find either one or two things that you can then take with you on your day that can make a difference in your day, your week, your month, and even your life. All right, guys, so without further ado, let's get right into it. And here are my takeaways from today's UWM Sales Huddle. Let's get right to it. 400 different mortgage professionals in attendance at UWM at what I consider the worst time to travel to Michigan. It is cold, it is snowing, and it is not pleasant. Nonetheless, you've got 400 people in attendance at UWM Sales Huddle. So what does that say, guys? The competition, or those that are left in the business right now, are fierce and have one common objective: get better. Another of my takeaways, guys, as soon as Matt got up on stage, the second thing that came out of his mouth was that this past Monday was the best Monday they'd had in the past 6 months. That tells you that business is picking up. Purchase season is upon us. But look, regardless of what's happening out there, if you ain't got your mind right, if you ain't grinding every single day, and if you're doing nothing about what's happening out there, then you're gonna be stuck in the same position, funding one loan a month. And that's not good. You've got to activate yourself. You've got to put yourself out there. You've got to expose yourself. People need to know that you are that trusted advisor. So the fact that Matt said that simply co-signed that, geez, look, it's picked up for us. I'm back originating. I mean, just this past month, I'm gonna be at $3.5–4 million. The first month, be back originating and looking, ta-da, right? The magic wand, as if though. No, man, it just takes hard work, it takes persistence, it takes dedication, it takes us being out there. And I'm glad that Matt said that, because that simply co-signs as well that opportunity is out there. Regardless of what this word on the street is, regardless of what people are saying, opportunity is out there. It is opportunity season. You, as a loan officer, as a real estate professional, you have to be out there. You gotta serve your clients, and you've gotta go out there to serve that mission. I'm telling you, people will not come find you. You've gotta go find them. All right, guys, and another thing was that Matt announced that now they have VA one-time close. So what does that mean to you as a buyer, or what does that mean to you as a loan officer? That means that we at Goto Mortgage Solutions are now offering construction loans for veterans. So for all you veterans, thank you for serving our country. We now have construction loans on VA loans. Okay, so for more information on that, please reach out to myself or a licensed loan officer here at Goto Mortgage Solutions. Here's a shocker: 30% of purchases happening right now at UWM have some type of a buy down right now. 30%. That's an astonishing number, guys, okay? So look, if you are not using some type of a buy down system or some type of a buy down program, you are missing the boat. Maybe that is the reason why people are shopping, or maybe that's the reason why your conversion ratio isn't very high. So if you are not using any buy down program, you might want to look into that. Add value. Oftentimes we talk about what your unique value proposition is as a licensed loan officer or a real estate agent, okay? So what is your unique value proposition? How are you adding value to that person on the opposite side? Have you ever thought and asked yourself? Now, let me give you my definition of adding value: helping someone in ways others or your competition can't, and only you know how you can do that. So, take a couple of hours from a day, enclose yourself in your office or your home office where no one's there, and then really ask yourself what makes you different and how you can add value to someone else. That's some food for thought. Track. Guys, this tool is often not being used or even overlooked most of the times. I'm even a victim of that. Now, track. Here's what track is: title, review, and closing waiver. That is track. So check this out. Just like there's a feature now where if the system allows you to get a loan done without getting an appraisal, well, guess what? With us, with UWM, with our partner, we can now do a loan without getting title insurance on it. Now, what does that mean to the consumer? That doesn't mean they're taking on a new loan without having the bank review if there's any title liens on the property or clouds on the property or not. That simply means that the bank has already on the back end reviewed extensively the report of the property's title, and therefore it qualifies for you not to get title insurance on this new loan. Understand that the bank is the one taking all the risk, okay, the majority of the risk. And trust you me that the bank will not let you take on a property without any liens, clouds on title. So what does that mean to you as a loan officer, even as a client? Well, that means that you're saving yourself in upwards of $2,000 to $3,000 or even $4,000 in some cases, depending upon what that title company charges. So keep that in mind. Be sure to take advantage of the track feature if you're not already. Okay guys, here is a crucial one. Expectations. What is the expectation your clients have of you? What expectation do you have of your clients? You ever stop and ask yourself that question? Very important. Oftentimes, the reason why people feel like they were let down is because the expectations were not shared at the beginning. Or oftentimes the people feel let down is, maybe they did go over the expectations at the beginning, but that person simply didn't follow through with what was expected of them. Or vice versa, maybe you let someone down, they shared the expectations of you and maybe you didn't follow through with your expectations. And it's very simple as maybe you said you were gonna call someone a certain day at a certain time and you didn't. That's a very basic fundamental expectation, keeping your word. So expectations, I think it's very important that you go over those expectations when you meet a brand new referral partner. I think it's also very important that you go over those expectations when you meet a new prospect, at least we do. Building a strong foundation was another of my takeaways, and I'm very glad that Matt touched on this. Building a strong foundation kind of ties back to the expectations, right? I think it's very important that as a mortgage professional, and I'm gonna strictly focus on mortgage professionals, but I'll give you an example, right? Let's just say that you are in a position where you wanna build your team, and it is very important that you bring on the right person, but if your foundation is not strong, or even if your vision or your mission or even your core values are not, you don't have them top of mind, then it's gonna be very simple for you to just bring on anybody, therefore, and just bring anybody on board. And then what that's gonna do or what that's gonna cause is you're going to build a very weak foundation. I'll give you an example. Not too long ago, we were interviewing for a new position and we interviewed several people. I believe I sat down with like 3 or 4 different people. Those top or 3 or 4 different candidates, I asked them, you're not opposed to reading because here we have a book of the month, right? And the response was no. Okay, so I said, well, look, here's this book, okay? Take it home, read it, and then come back with a book report. And guess how many people came back with a book report? Nobody came back with a book report, guys. I'm happy that I didn't hire them. I'm happy that we didn't move forward with them. And I'm sure they're happy that they didn't move forward with us because the truth of the matter is they would have been miserable working here because they were going to be forced doing a book report. And then guys, we talked about building a strong foundation. We talked about expectations. We talked about stop wasting time and money. Now let's talk about the price. Let's talk about the price you have to pay to be successful in this business. The price is long hours. The price is being available almost 24/7. The price is reading every single day. The price is knowing your guidelines. The price is adapting. I'm telling you that guidelines change fast without any warning or even hesitation or even consideration. So that is the price. There is a price that you're gonna have to pay to be successful. And this time is giving you a glimpse of what that price is or what it is that you're gonna have to go through or even endure to ensure that you have a seat at the table in this business. So ask yourself, are you willing to pay that price? And actually, do you even know the price that this business requires for you to be successful? Guys, another thing that Matt talked about was that team, right? It is very important you have the right team because this business, you're not going to be able to make it alone. In this business, you do need a team to be successful. I'll put it to you this way. You ever thought about how many people a real estate agent employs every time they put a homeowner or a future homeowner into escrow? Think about this. Transaction coordinator, escrow company, title company, termite company, appraisal company, loan company, processing company, etc., etc. It takes a village. It takes a team. You alone are not going to be able to get anything done. I think that this time is also showing us to be team players. I think this time is also showing us that it takes a village. It takes a team to fulfill that go-to mission. Keep that in mind and be a team player. I'll end it with this. Control the controllable. There is not a whole lot you can control in this space, other than your ability to communicate with your partners or everyone involved in the transaction, other than how you dress. There's not a lot of things. And there's a lot of things happening in our industry, in our world right now. You got war, you got rising rates, you got banks closing down, and you've got a bunch of negativity. That is how these news companies stay in business. That is how these news companies thrive. You can feed your mind what's happening around you, or you can decide what you're gonna feed your mind. Remember, control the controllable. Also, stop and think about this. When was the last time you were in a situation and you had no control of? How much did you hate that? Given that you are in a business in which you have some control of, some of the things, why not control them? After all, we hate not being in control. Why not control your ability to communicate with the client? Why not control your customer service? Why not control your emotions? Why not control your attitude? So control the controllable and stop and think the next time you are going through a situation where it's less than pleasant and ask yourself, can you control it? Can I control it? Now I'm reading a Stoic book, and in that book it says that he or thy is the master that controls your emotions. So the last time I kind of was getting frustrated, we kind of got mad at someone, I stopped and I caught myself and I said, this person is not the master of me. I am the master of my emotions, and I want to be happy, and I'm not going to let that person or that event dictate my happiness. And I was able to get back on track, guys. So guys, control the controllables, serve that go-to mission, and go out there and be awesome, guys. Again, I hope that you found these takeaways of value, and I hope that you take 1 or 2 or 3 things that help you in your day, make your day better, make your week better, your month, and even your year. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, subscribe. Thank you guys and have a great day.